Hey guys, welcome to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how to make sure that you get that perfect looking score on the GRE test over 325, making sure that you get at least 325 in this video, alright? And if you trust me, if you follow this, I'm going to give you the whole schedule. I'm going to tell you everything you need to do. You do not need any coaching, you do not need to pay money to anyone to get this kind of a score, alright? All you need to do is practice and practice the right way, alright? Now on my channel I have focused on each of the individual sections, but apparently I see that a lot of people, they don't have the time. They want to do the GRE they want to get this kind of a score in 1.5 to 2 months. So 1.5 to 2 months, this is the schedule that you follow this exact schedule, and I assure you that things will work out for you, just like I am telling you. You do not need to go on and watch any other video on the GRE. This will be the last video you watch for any kind of schedule that you want regarding the GRE, regarding how to prepare for it, or regarding how to get that perfect looking score over 325, which opens the gateways of so many universities out there. Alright, so I'm gonna start talking a bit slow now because I think I'm talking too fast. So alright, so what do you by the way, I want to show you my scores first. Alright, these are my scores. I have of course removed my address, my email, all of those information that's really personal to me. And apart from that, you can see that I have a 161 on my verbal reasoning and I have a 168 on my quantitative reasoning. Finally, on my analytical writing, I fell a little short and I have 4.5 over there. Overall, it is a very good score and it will help me go into some of the topmost universities in the world. Alright, and if you want to see which universities I got into with this score, let me actually show you that. I have them right over here, I think somewhere around here, yeah. Alright, these are the universities that I applied to, and let me show you the results really. Alright, I want to make this quick, so okay, just shorten this thing. Alright, so you can see I got admits from all of these great universities, and the thing is that the weird thing is that I applied for these CS programs. They are very competitive. Had I applied for programs like MIS or any of these, I would have gotten admission from even better universities, probably the top 5 even. So make sure that you see that these are the kind of universities that you can get into with this kind of a score. Of course, your other parts of the application are also important, like your SOP, your LOR, and we do help you with that as well. I have videos for that, I have premium content for that, we can personally help you with that. But again, this video is about the GRE and exactly the kind of schedule that someone should follow in the next 2 months to get that kind of a score. Alright, now these are the universities that you can get into. Again, these are some of the topmost universities in the US, right? Even in Canada, UBC over here. This is the only Canadian university over here. But alright, let me actually tell you how you're going to start. Alright, so the first thing that you are going to do, and let me tell you again, you do not need any coaching, you do not need to go anywhere. You need to study every day for about 5 to 6 hours. Hopefully, if you can put in 5 to 6 hours, that's good. At least 3 days a week, put in 5 to 6 hours. The other days you can put in 3 to 4 hours. That is enough, but try to put in this amount of time and be consistent. Do not even miss a single day. There's no break day in the schedule, alright? Because this is only for 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months. You must follow it like I tell you. Alright, first thing that you want to do, you want to go onto your GRE portal, you want to log into your ETS account. If you do not have one, make it right now and pay the ETS fee, whatever they ask you for. I think it's about $200. Pay that fee and then move on. Alright, the first thing that you want to do is you want to book your GRE. This is so important because people, they are not motivated enough to do it. Alright, you need some deadline. Unless you have a deadline, you will be making a total waste. Alright, I don't want this video coming up in between my video. This is just going to look like a waste. Anyway, alright, so what you want to do first is that you want to actually, alright, whatever it is, you want to actually just book the GRE. Alright, make sure that you book your GRE date. And when is your date going to be? For instance, today is 24th May when I'm recording this video. Alright, the simplest thing you gotta do, alright, scroll down 2 months down. Alright, you have 24th of July. Alright, 2 months later is 24th of July. Now, anywhere within this week, from 21st to 27th, anywhere within this week, whenever you are free and whenever you have an open slot available on the GRE website, book your GRE. Alright, and make sure that you have some time to prepare for it. So like for instance, if you have it on Monday, that would be a good day, because a lot of people have holidays on Saturdays and Sundays both. Even if you have a holiday on Sunday, you might be doing a job. Like I was personally interning while I got this score. Like I was doing an internship. I had like 6 to 7 hours of work every single day. but I still was able to achieve this kind of a score. So let me tell you, it is possible if you're working. You do not need to leave your job, you do not need to do anything. Just make sure that you're smart in the process, alright? So book it on a Monday so that you have time to prepare for it. Like you have like that time to give it that one last push, alright? And that one last push will be enough. Like 2 days will be enough to get that one last push. It's a Saturday and Sunday, you have it. That's perfectly fine. You'll be able to do very well in that. You'll be able to prepare and you'll be able to take your GRE in a calm and sound environment. Right, so what I want to do is I want to talk about the exact schedule that you guys need to follow after this. Right, trust me, if you're like, after watching this video, if you're not going to do this, if you're not going to go ahead and book your GRE, then you're just wasting your time watching the rest of this video. Please do this for yourself, not for me. Do this for yourself, because trust me, it will matter. I did this and it made a huge difference for me, right? And I promise you it will make a huge difference for you as well, right? All right, so next thing that we want to do is that we actually want to go on to the resources. We want to tell you that, you know, these are the resources I followed, and not just the resources, exactly how to go about studying from those resources. Because, you know, a lot of times people, you might see someone studying the same resources as I did and then achieving a score of 305 or 310, but again I achieved almost a 330, right? So the resources are the same, the usage is the difference, alright? If you do not know the usage, probably that's the only thing that coachings are good for. They will teach you the usage. Sometimes they even fail to do that, alright? So let me actually tell you how to use it. So the first resource that I recommend is, right, alright, if you have never started preparing, do a mock test right now. The first thing that you gotta do is take a mock test and see where you stand at this very moment. So now that you understand that this is my current score, let's say 300, 305, you wanna make sure that it's 325, alright? So I need a 20-point boost, or I need a 25-point boost. That is good enough. You understand that this is the amount of work I need to put in, and accordingly you can put in the amount of work, alright? If not 5 hours, you can put in 6 hours in that case, if you have a huge difference in your goal, right? So the first thing, like, I have all of these content noted down, right? So the first thing that you wanna do is, first off, you need to watch the videos, right? Magoosh videos are the best in case you do not have the concepts with you, right? And a lot of times, you know, people, even if they have the concepts, they just want to revise, right? So in that case, what you want to do is, this is, by the way, available online for most people, like Magoosh videos. You can just go on, you can just see the math videos. There are different sections, there are different videos, and you can just, you know, get these. These are mostly available on Google Drive links. You will have no issue getting these. Alright, finish each, like, you know, don't just watch all of these videos in the first go. Just watch one video, and then what you want to do is you want to solve questions on that topic, alright? So let me tell you where you're going to solve the questions from, right? And this is literally, you gotta do one topic every day, alright? Finish one chapter from here every day, alright? And then let me tell you what to do, alright? So you're gonna go on to Manhattan 8-book set for the GRE. This is what you need, alright? These 8 books, these are what you need. I don't know which kind of website I opened. I'm gonna open, alright, 8-book set, anyway, whatever this website is. So you see that you have 8 different books here, partitioned according to the topics, and these are not going to be the same topics as the Magoosh videos, but you want to cover these topics as much as you can, alright? So I'm not sure if this is opening or not, but let me actually open this one for you. This one will open. Alright, so you have 8 books over here. Alright, let me actually try to zoom in. And you do not have to buy these books. Let me tell you, these books, you've got to finish each book in, you know, if not 1, then 2 or 3 days at max, 2 days. Alright, don't spend a lot of time on these books. Alright, so let me actually show you where you can get these books. You're gonna go to let me actually show you, GenLab, whatever it's called, Library Genesis. This is the website I mostly get my books from, and you're gonna type in Manhattan 8. Let's try typing this. Alright, they have, this is the guide 8. So basically you've got to type the numbers 1 through 7. Basically you'll get all of these. Alright, so just Manhattan would be enough, I guess. Manhattan GRE, let's try that. Alright, so you get all of these different books, right? Algebra and GRE study guide, fractions and decimals study guide, or sometimes you can get these 8 books in, you know, all of them on a torrent, or wherever you want to get it from, you can get it from there. I'm just suggesting you can get it from here. You can just download them from here. It's very easy, right? You get these books and then you cover topics. For instance, this book concerns fractions, decimals, and percents. All right, over here you will see in the math we have fractions, decimals, and percents. Where do we have it? Alright, we don't have the exact fractions, decimals and percents, but we have this chapter on percents and ratios, alright, and we have another chapter on arithmetic and fractions. So basically this should cover, chapter 2 and 3 should cover everything for that book. Alright, so make sure that, these are 2 chapters, so make sure that in 2 days you finish studying these chapters and you finish that book as well. That is important. Alright, that book has questions at the end like easy, medium and hard. Let me actually try to show you what I'm talking about. GRE ones, and let's see the books, the Manhattan books. I'm looking at them, and let's say this one. This is the one we're talking about, right? Fractions, decimals, and percents. So let me actually just show you the. All right, you don't gotta do anything from here. All right, this fractions, decimals, percents. You don't need to do any of this because you will have done all of that from those videos. All right, what you need to do is these practice tests. Alright, this is the only thing you need to do. Alright, you go on to page 143. Let's actually try that. 20 questions each, easy, medium, hard. You want to finish this part from each book. Alright, it won't take a lot of time, trust me. When I say you gotta do just one book every day with one chapter. So basically you can see this is page number 132 till 166. It's there, and even then they have the answers and explanations. So you don't have to work a lot in order to finish a book. It's just about 60 questions. One day you will be able to finish 60 questions easily. Alright, and this is like concerning 2 chapters, so you'll be able to do 60 questions in 2 days. It's very easy, trust me, it is doable. Alright, so now that you have done this, like once you have done all of these, alright, you've gotta do all of these guides, and you've gotta do all of those Magoosh videos, alright, all of those video chapters. That is important. And where you will get this content, these books are readily available on torrents, and they're readily available on that Library Genesis website I showed you. And these videos are already available on most of the WhatsApp groups. If you do not know a link to one, join my group and ask for it. Someone will definitely help you. Alright, and those videos will be with you, no issue. Right, the issue is that after that, what you have to do is, let me actually show you. Then you have to do the 5-pound book. Alright, let me show you the Manhattan 5-pound book. Okay, let me actually, yeah, this is the one, and I highly recommend that you buy this book because it has so many questions. It will be really hard doing it from a computer screen. It's only I guess it's like $20, even less than that. So try to buy this book and do the questions from this book, literally every question. And this book, I never even completed this book before taking the exam, but it boosted my score by more than 15 to 20 points. So trust me, this is the book if you ever want to increase your score. And how you want to use this book, I've already made a video on it, how you should use this book. But basically, if you want a concise description of that video, just one point, keep this in mind. Alright, don't do a lot of questions. Try to do questions within the timed environment and without the timed environment. Alright, and make sure that once you're getting good, you make sure that you kind of switch to the timed environment, and don't just do questions for the sake of it. Do a limited number of questions in one go, let's say 10 to 20 at max, or sometimes even 5 to 10, and then go and check your answers. Check your answers so that make sure that your answer is matching the one that is given at the back of the book. So you want to make sure that everything is in line. Alright, and because Manhattan has made this book so well that everything, it will basically help you understand the GRE so much better. Right, you will understand the traps, you will understand where people go wrong, and you will understand not to fall in those traps. So this is why this book is really important to you. Alright, okay, so after this you should be like 80 to 90% prepared for the GRE, because this book almost does everything for you. Right, and this should take about 1 month to cover. Give about 1 month to it, and try to make sure that you finish this in 1 month. Right, it is very important that you do this because this is the book that will increase your score the most. Right, and sometimes people have some weak areas, and this book has questions from every area. Again, all of those segments that you had, like all of those 8 books, right, you finished those before. Like everything in those books is different from this book, but this book will have harder questions and much better concepts. Right, so what you want to do is do this book. But sometimes people think that some of these topics are weaker, like I have some weak topics and I just want to tackle those. Okay, so let me tell you where you can get some more questions. And this is again one more thing that I did. Like up till now you will have like 1.5 months of your preparation time is over at this moment. And what I want you to do is make sure that every morning you wake up, like I personally used to do this. Alright, every morning wake up at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, whatever it is, whatever the time is. The environment should be like calm and no one should be disturbing you for the next 3 hours. What you want to do is you want to 3 to 4 hours, by the way, if you're doing the AWA as well, right? So what you want to do is start a mock test every single day. Let me actually show you how I maintain my mock test scores. I'm not sure if I have that Excel file over here. Alright, so here it is. These are my GRE mock test scores, and used to look a lot more prettier back then when I had this video on it. Like, you can actually go on and check out GRE mock tests, and I have like this video on it. You can see the best mock test, and you can see which mock test you should take every single day in the morning. Like, I followed this whole schedule, so this is the one I followed. Alright, this is the schedule I followed, and you can see these test scores and everything. You know, I even drew this graph where you can see how my scores transitioned over the time. So it will be a lot more easier if you think that, you know, if you compare your scores to my scores, it might help you out. This is the video for it. Again, all of these mock tests are given to you, and you can actually take these. Right, so again, if you want more info about mock tests, you can go on and check this video out. But in those last 15 days, you want to take these mock tests. Every single day you want to have one mock test. Alright, and apart from that, let me actually tell you what you want to do. Sometimes you will notice that some topics are weaker than the other topics, or sometimes maybe you just might be left with a lot of time. You might cover the 5-pound book in less than a month. So in that case, you want to do the Magoosh portal questions. Let me actually show you how you can do that. Over here we have the Magoosh questions, I think, not over here, yeah. So you can see according to the topic, for instance, you can go on to the text completion questions, and these are all of these questions. There are probably more than 200 questions over here, and you can just check out this thing. Right, these are the questions, these are the text completions. There are all of these topics, you know, algebra, in case you want to improve, in case you have areas to improvise. These questions will help you improve a lot. Right, in case you want them, again, you know, contact me on my Instagram. I will always be able to help you over there. Okay, finally, after everything is done, you have, like, let's say 5 days before the exams, everything else is done. If you still need some more help, if you still need some more material, usually this isn't required, but what you want to do is, you know, this is almost a mandatory thing. You want to go on and check the EDs Guides for GRE. Alright, and these guides, again, you can get them on this portal, Library Genesis. You know, you can just write EDS GRE, you will get these. It's very easy to get these, right? Educational Testing Service. Alright, all of these. Just tweak these you know, the search keyword, and it'll show you even better books. No issue. But basically, you will get all of these books on the Library Genesis website. You download these, and you can finish these as well. These are very, you know, I think that if this book is like 400 pages, it may have, like, let's say 100, less than 100 questions, maybe 50, 60 questions that are relevant, and a mock test at the end. So you can do that. Alright, so if you need some more help, if you need some more, you know, in the mock tests, of course, I included these books because the mock tests are from these books are, of course, very, very mandatory. So if you see my mock test video, of course, I will direct you to these books anyway. But, you know, if you want to prepare as well, these books are not so good for preparation. I found the Manhattan book and the Magoosh portal so much better than these. Right, so you can do that, but you just have the option, know that. Right, so this is the schedule. Alright, if I had to note it down somewhere, let me actually show you on a file. Let's just make a quick notepad file over here. Right, and I'm gonna tell you the schedule. Right, just to repeat once again so that you have everything. Alright, let me actually show you. Alright, so first step, book GRE. Book the GRE, 2 months time. Alright, second, you will have 2 months preparation time over here. Right, for the first 15 days, what you want to do is you want to do the Manhattan 8 book set with Magoosh videos. Alright, you want to do these. Next, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are working through those questions on the 30 days. Again, Manhattan 5-pound book. Alright, you want to finish this book. And finally, what you want to do is you want to spend the last 15 days doing mock tests from the books I recommend in the video on the mock tests. Really, you can find that video on YouTube. Just write mock test GRE Yash Mitra, whatever, you will find them. Alright, and apart from that, what you want to do is, if you have some more time, you want to improve with Magoosh Questions. If you do need these, contact me. If you do not need these, if you have Manhattan 5-pound book left, you can do the question from there as well. Alright, so this is your whole schedule. And finally, one more thing that is so important that people do not point out to is that what you want to do is you want to maintain your own dictionary. I have my own dictionary. I used to write the words down. Let me actually show you. I actually have a link to that as well. I think it's somewhere over here. Final dictionary.pdf. I think this is it. Alright, this isn't it. Let me actually find that where it is right now. Alright, it's Final Dictionary Compressed. This is the name. Right, so over here you will be able to see it. Yeah. .pdf. Right, so this is the dictionary basically I used, right? And alright, so this is my dictionary. I used to note down the basically the word which I need to memorize. Then I would note down its meaning, maybe a couple of synonyms, and then in a pencil I would try to note down a sentence. Basically, this is so important to get the context. Alright, so you see that it gets a little more prettier. The words are in black, and then the meanings are in blue, and then the sentences are in pencil. So of course, you can keep doing these, more and more. The more the better. I have like a 135-page dictionary like this. So of course it is probably never ending. I probably did this for a long time, but you don't have to do all of this. Just make sure that whenever you come across a new word in any question that you are solving, make sure that you write the word down. Make sure that you write the meaning down from Google or any place you like, and make sure that you write a sentence down so that you never forget it. Trust me, sometimes you won't remember the meanings, but you'll remember the sentences. This is so important, alright? And the sentence will tell you the meaning by itself. So make sure that you do this. And trust me, this is all that you need to do. There is nothing more to it. There are people who will tell you that we need to join a coaching, and I saw my friends, they all went to coachings. They all went to these places, these fancy places with big names. I don't want to name these places, right? But in the end, I scored a lot more than any of those, like most of those people. I think every one of those, as far as I know. So this is the whole schedule that I want you to follow for the next 2 months, and trust me, you will have enough information, you will have enough knowledge to get that perfect looking 329 on that GRE, 330, whatever you want, at least a 325. Just practice more and more, identify your weaknesses and try and work on them. Alright, I have told you about the resources, I have told you how to use them, and if you use them, you will definitely get that score. You do not need to go on and watch another YouTube video. Just try and go on. Start executing right now. Start working right now. That is important. Book your GRE and start studying for it. Start doing all of those things that I talked about. Start following the schedule, alright? Now, make sure that you do this. Make sure that you give 5 to 6 hours every day. Just don't go on and start watching another video on YouTube wasting time, alright? If you need any more help, literally, if you want to know about basically the scores from other students and average admitted profiles to any university, if you even want that Magoosh portal compressed, I'll try to compress all of those questions. I'll try to upload it on that website I'm building for you, where you will be able to see everything about the universities, about the average admitted applicants profiles, and what that university expects from you, how much research it expects, how many teaching assistantships it has for you for your course. So everything will be available on that website, and I'll also include a link where you can actually get these Magoosh questions as well. So you can do that from the website as well. The website is going to be called YMGrad.com. It will be up by the end of this month, and I want you to visit it, make your account, and just start preparing with all of those friends that are preparing with you, right? And I hope this helps. I'll try to get you as much content as I can on that website itself, so that you never have to turn around and waste time finding all of that content. But for now, start executing, book your GRE, and start working. Alright, I hope this video helps, and if you need any more help, contact me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel. I would be happy if you do, and I'll see you in